everyone. Welcome to RbD's Workout Wednesdays, a weekly show designed to deliver bite-sized training sessions that equip and empower you with practical tools to unlock and unblock your path to success. Our show features industry experts from our other weekly show, Rev Shots. We're showcasing real-world tactics and strategies that work. Tune in to make your numbers, retain your team, and delight your customers. Follow me on LinkedIn or join our mailing list to stay updated on our latest speakers and episodes. Let's move forward together, one Wednesday at a time.
I love the music.
You know, it's happy music. And so I'm a huge fan of that, right? Music is soul food at the end of the day. So thanks everybody for joining us for Workout Wednesday. We are on number 4. We did some last year. We're kind of rebooting the series this year, bringing you these snack-sized nuggets of training, which I think is so important and impactful in 2025 as we all have the attention span of a goldfish at this point. So, but that being said, our goal and our mission and our purpose here at Revenue by Design is to bring you these amazing discoveries that we have with people like Sai and his company Hyperbound. And with that, Sai had joined us, he and his business partner, on our Rev Shots show a couple weeks ago. That's also in our LinkedIn feed if you want to take a look at that. And Sai and his company and his business partner are solving the age-old issue of role play practice. Say it with me, everybody. I know I heard a collective groan from everybody listening. So Sai, give us a little bit of background. Thank you for joining today. Give us a little bit of background, and then we are going to dive in.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me, Dion. Appreciate it. My name is Sriharsha. I'm for the folks that don't know me, I'm one of the co-founders of Hyperbound here. So Hyperbound, for those of you that don't know what it is, basically we have an AI that basically trains and coaches enterprise sales teams. So imagine you got like a sales team of 500, 600 people. How do you train and coach all of them efficiently and quickly? And that's where we come in, and we have like an AI that will role play with you and coach you and give you feedback. And it's the future. So excited.
Future. And I love that. So tell a little bit about the background and how you got here with Hyperbound and how people can kind of trust the technology.
Yeah, for sure. So the background is basically I'm not a salesperson myself. My co-founder and I were actually both conversational AI engineers. So what that means is we've been building these conversational AI models for almost a decade now, actually. So my co-founder was actually on one of the teams that built the precursor models to ChatGPT. Nice. So, this has been our bread and butter our entire career. So we've known this technology was kind of around the corner. But funny enough, like we were actually building a totally different product before Hyperbound. It was basically like an email automation, email personalization product. And at the time, we were trying to sell this, and we realized we were not good sellers. And we had to figure out a way to get better. And so we had, built some initial the scripts to help us like practice our objection handling and whatnot. And, we were at this conference one day just talking to a bunch of sales leaders. And, we mentioned how we've been training on these scripts that we've wrote. And they were so impressed by that. And they were like, that sounds crazy. We'd love to see it. And, that's when Atul and I basically spent the entire night after the conference building this tool that now can talk to you and role play with you. And so that's kind of the story of how Hyperbound came to light. We were just trying to figure out how to be better sellers and somehow stumbled into this.
Sometimes those are the best stories, right? When we're trying something, but we hear from the market what they actually need. One point of clarification too, I know you were talking about this platform for enterprise sellers. It's also though across roles, right? So even if I have 200 sellers, but there's my MDRs, my SDRs, my AEs, cross-sell, upsell, different flavors of the business, right? This platform can meet that need too, right?
Exactly. So we basically train SDRs, AEs, solutions engineers, solutions consultants, customer success, and AM. So basically I like to say anyone that has customer facing conversations in an organization, we train and coach.
Love that. Love. All right, let's dive in without any further ado. And for everybody watching, Sai, Valen told me that I was going to be the guinea pig here. So we're doing live stuff here. So if you want a flavor of this, I encourage you to go to hyperbound.ai and you can actually do your own as well. So,
yep. So
right.
today, what we'll be doing is something we really like to do with every prospect that comes in. We love to build an AI role play scenario on the spot, and we will have Dion here actually call the bot. You guys will get to enjoy that part of the video. So let's go ahead. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to go through the process of building one of these bots. And building a bot on Hyperbound is pretty straightforward. You know, we're going to build a persona together, and then I'll have Dion share her screen and make a call. So
thank you. And for those of you that might be going, oh man, doesn't that sound like a lot of work? I'm going to fill here, Sai, while you're kind of doing that. It's not. Clearly, our show is 24 minutes long. So I think if we have an understanding of the persona we're trying to call, we can actually spin this up fairly straightforward and fairly quickly. So go ahead.
Yep. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I had to add it to stage.
Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead. So this is a Hyperbound platform. So we support all kinds of role plays, right? We have cold call role plays, warm calls, discovery calls. We also do like renewal calls and check-in calls for customer success, right? So we're going to go ahead and build one of these together today. And Dion, what kind of bot would you like to build? Do you want to do like a cold call role play, discovery call role play?
Let's do a warm call. How about that?
All right.
That one's easy, right? Do most people pick that one?
Yeah, we can do the warm call. I mean, most popular, I would say, is cold call and discovery.
Okay.
Warm call. So let's go ahead and build out a persona that you can start role playing with. So give me like a job title, maybe someone that you know would come inbound to you, and then you set up a call with them.
Yep. So it's going to be either a CXO of some sort or a VP of revenue.
Okay, let's do like a VP of revenue.
Okay.
All right, and then give me a call scenario. So call scenario here just basically means, is this person using a competitor of yours? Are they aware of the problem, but they haven't really looked into solutions out there? Or have they looked into solutions before?
Are aware of the problem.
All right, perfect. And then give me an account that this VP of revenue works at. And if you give me a real account, Dion, Hyperbound will actually go research that account in detail and put that in role play.
Okay. Who am I talking with these days? So they work at Optimus Group.
All right, cool. Optimus Group. Got it. And then describe this VP of revenue to me a little bit, Dion. So the type of stuff I want to put in here is basically like, what is this VP of revenue thinking right now? What are their pain points? What might be some objections? Just kind of brain dump for me, and I'm just going to type.
Yeah. I don't understand how automation would work. I don't want to lose our culture of one-on-one. We want to keep it highly personal. We want to keep our solution highly tailored.
Okay. They want to keep their solutions highly tailored. Okay. And just remind me, so give me like a one-liner on what we're selling this VP of revenue.
We are selling them our transformation workshop, The Power of Conversation. Okay.
That teaches. Give me like a one-liner on what that is. Like, what is the transformation workshop?
Yep. Effective conversations.
Conversational skills for sales teams, right?
For anybody that's customer facing.
All right, perfect.
We do this across revenue teams, CS. We've even brought in, ops, anybody that touches a customer.
Okay. And is there a name for the transformation workshop?
Ambiguous to agile.
Ambiguous to agile. That teaches effective conversational skills for anybody that's customer facing. Perfect. All right. And then give me like maybe a couple more pain points here. Like what's like a pain point that they're facing right now?
They're trying to get into a market that they feel is a nice to have for their buyer.
Okay. Nice to have for their buyer. And what's the problem right now? Like their reps are not able to get the value across?
Well, according to them, their buyer doesn't understand their value.
Okay. Value of their product right now. Okay.
Yep. Or how to
Perfect.
use it. Yeah, and how to use it.
And how to use it. Okay. And then give me like an objection he might throw if you were to, do a warm call with this VP of revenue.
I would hear a lot of, I just don't know how this is going to work. And, it's like signing up for a gym membership, right? Until you start going to the gym, you don't see the results. So there's normally a lot of, especially with any type of like coaching or sales training, there's a lot of, I just don't know this is going to work. How do I know this is going to work?
Okay. He wants insurance before he purchases anything. Is he budget sensitive?
Yes, and ROI.
Conscious and wants to know what the ROI looks like. Okay, perfect. This is great. So I'm just going to save this just in case we lose it here. And what we're going to do now, Dion, is the best part. So we're going to hit generate AI draft. And this is where Hyperbound is actually going to sift through the 2 million hours of sales calls that it's trained on. And it's going to go research what a VP of revenue does day to day, what their pain points might look like, what their objectives might look like, right? And it's going to go build a prospect that we can actually start role playing with.
Perfect.
So as you can see here, our system generated this person. This is not a real person, just putting that out there. This is an right? His name is Jordan Turner. He's the VP of revenue at Optimus Group. He's 42 years old. He's married with a child. He's located in Seattle, right? And the context for this call, is this fair context? Like he filled out some contact information on your website and you're expecting their call?
Yes.
All right, perfect. And then it did some research on Optimus Group, right? Mid-sized tech firm, 50 million raise, and main products aim to enhance operational efficiency in healthcare facilities, right? And then he oversees a revenue-focused team. He has 15 AEs, 5 SDRs, and a CS team of 10 people. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. And it did some research on some of his priorities and objections too. So you use some of the data from our previous screen to come up with these priorities and objections, by the way. So it did a lot of the heavy lifting. So Dion, just so the viewers understand, when we first started this company, we would go to our prospects and say, hey, you're going to build all of this from scratch. You're going to have to type all of this into a Google Doc.
Yep.
Now it's fully automated. Our system is generating the entire persona for you.
Yep.
Down to their objections, priorities, and opinions. So it's really cool to see the types of stuff it comes up with, right? Like price conscious, right? Worried about transformation workshops could disrupt the current workflow, right? There's some hesitance about adopting something that's not well understood by his team.
Yep.
Right. And also some opinions he also has, right? He's skeptical about sales automation impacting like personalized service experience.
Yeah.
So came up with some of these details. Anything in here that you want to add or you want to change, Dion?
Nope. I think that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so lastly, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go in here and change his scorecard. So in Hyperbound, we actually have these scorecards, Dion, that will score you on how well you do on a call, right? It will basically score on various different, factors that you can customize and set up. So here I actually have a customized scorecard already that it's our default cold call scorecard that I'm going to use for this. So there's opener, social proof, discovery, closing, takeaway, right?
Yep.
5 sections you're going to get scored on.
Yeah.
And this is fully customizable. So I'll leave that. And then we're also going to change how rude he is.
Oh.
We've got some fun rude settings. We got rude, we've got less rude, kind, we've got European rude. That's different.
Is that European or East Coast?
This is European rude.
Teasing.
It's a little bit different. So which one do you want?
I'm gonna totally pick the easy one.
All right, let's do the kind. So he's gonna be very nice.
Yay!
And, well, hopefully, we'll hope.
I don't know.
And then lastly, let's see, advanced settings. Yep, he's gonna speak English. Yeah, and we should be pretty much good to go. So I'm just gonna put in Optimus here, and let's go ahead and publish Jordan Turner here.
Love it. Question for you while this is publishing. Is this Does your solution also integrate with Gong and or bring in any methodologies? Like some of my clients use Spiced. Does it integrate with Gong and other platforms? 2 questions.
Yep. So it does integrate with Gong. We can actually pull calls in from Gong that your reps are making and score those with our scorecards, right? If you're talking about pulling in scorecards that you've already built out in Gong, it's actually very easy to translate those into Hyperbound. We have a way that we've automated it, so you can take all your Gong scorecards, push them into Hyperbound. Right. But the nice part about our scorecards, Dion, is they're actually going one step further than Gong, because Gong are still, you're manually scoring everything. It's not AI automated. Ours is fully AI automated, and it's beyond like keywords and phrases. It's looking for concepts.
Got it. Okay.
Right. So you'll see what I mean in a second. So let's go ahead and have you call this bot, Dion. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pass this off to you. And I'm going to make this guy public so you can actually call this bot on your end. I'm going to send you a link in just a second here.
Okay.
So Jordan Turner, let's go ahead and make him public. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And let's see, I got to send you the link. Where do I put the link? Can I drop the link in the chat here?
I think so. I don't know.
Perfect. There you go. That is the link.
Okay.
So if you click on that link, Dion, and share your screen. And make sure when you share your screen, there's going to be a share audio checkbox on
Yep.
it. Just click on that. Yeah.
Bear with me 1 second. Okay, can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then I simply click start call.
You just hit start call, and you're going to start talking to Jordan Turner. He's the VP of Revenue at Optimus Group. This is a warm call role play, and he's on nice mode, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Good luck. Perfect.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, Jordan. This is Dion Major from Revenue by Design. How are you today?
I'm doing all right, Dion. How about you?
I'm fantastic. Did I catch you at an okay time among your 8,000 things on your plate today?
Yeah, I can spare a few minutes. What's up?
Wonderful. Well, I'm reaching out. You had reached out to us regarding some of the training we do, and so thought I would simply grab a few minutes of your time and talk a little bit more about that.
Sure, I remember. What do you need to know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what prompted you to reach out, and what are you trying to solve for with the need for your team?
We're trying to maintain a high level of tailored solutions while scaling operations and entering new market segments. It's a bit challenging to keep that personalized touch with clients as we grow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I saw, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that we're also struggling to convey the full value proposition of our products to new markets. It's been a barrier for us.
So I saw too that you had recently gotten a round of funding. Your team is growing. What have you been doing currently to maintain personalization and get your value prop across?
We've been focusing on one-on-one client relationships and ensuring our customer success team is heavily involved, but it's getting harder to scale that approach effectively.
Okay. What are some of those motions look like today to make those relationships and kind of communication loops work well together?
We rely on regular check-ins, personalized follow-ups, and tailored solutions for each client. Our customer success team is very hands-on, ensuring that clients feel valued and understood.
Okay. And so when you're reaching out for some training, what are you hoping to get for your team? What are you hoping, whether it's me coming in or maybe somebody else, what are you hoping what are you desiring to see as an outcome?
We're hoping to find ways to scale our personalized approach without losing that personal touch.
Okay.
We also want to better communicate the value of our products to new markets and ensure our team understands how to convey that effectively.
Okay. Perfect. And
Is
then,
there anything?
oh, go ahead, Jordan.
No, that's all I had to add.
Okay. Well, to that point, I know you took a look at our website. What questions would you have for me at all as maybe an outsider coming in? What would you want to ask me?
I'm curious about how your training can help us maintain that personalized touch while scaling and how you address it.
Cool. Just for the sake of time, Dion, if you want to end the call, go
Yeah.
ahead. He really cares about personalized touch.
I know, right? Isn't that funny? Love it.
So what's going to happen now, Dion, is basically once you did the role play, you're going to get a transcript and a recording on the right side there. You're going to get some coaching feedback as well, some stats on how you did. So you'll get talk listen ratio, your filler words, your talk speed, your longest monologue, right? And you're also getting scored on various different categories here. And how's your experience? What's it like talking to a bot?
Oh, you know what? I've done this before, but I think it's good. And role play is always goofy, number one, right? But number two, I think it was good. I think it's hard to like do the acknowledgement. Like I would say to acknowledge, and it was kind of taken as an interruption.
Exactly.
But
that's like a limitation of the tech. That's something that we've been working really hard on.
Yeah.
Because, like what happens is the system thinks that you're about to speak. And so it automatically thinks you're about to interrupt and it stops speaking.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of like when you talk to with AI role play, you have to be a little bit more like careful about, like making your stops like very.
Well, that's just digital too. Like back in the analog days, you could talk at the same time, but digital doesn't allow you to. So no, I thought the whole experience was really good. I think with repeated use, it gets easier and easier and easier and easier, right? And then there's this fine tuning. So I thought it was fantastic. I always enjoy it.
Yep. And then the beautiful part is we built this guy in 3 minutes. And Dion, and obviously like he was a little repetitive on some of the things he said. And the reason for that is because we spent under a minute building him. But if we actually sat down and actually customized Jordan in a lot more detail, he can actually get into very technical stuff.
Yeah.
And the conversations, sometimes I get surprised by the types of conversations these bots are able to have.
It is kind of funny, right? It's like the bad sci-fi movies coming to life, unfortunately, where the machines take over the world. But I don't know if that's the case. So.
And if you click on one of those scorecard items, Dion, like, you hit like provided social proof, for example.
Right.
If you click on that, you will notice that it will give you some AI coaching feedback as well.
Okay. So, let me see. You still see my screen?
Yep. Yeah. So if you click provided social proof, right? So this is where what it does is basically the AI is reading through the transcript. So if you scroll down, it reads the transcript and gives you detailed feedback on exactly why you were scored this way.
Yeah.
It also tells you exactly what you could have done differently next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So this is super useful for reps to just get some instant feedback. You don't have to wait for your manager to go listen to your call. You can actually just look at AI. And as I hear this a lot from prospects just from my calls, they always say the biggest game changer with something like Hyperbound is it's like for the first time you have something AI like is not judging you.
Correct.
It only scores you.
It's very factual. Yeah.
It's only scoring you. So there's no like human element, which is actually nice because a lot of times, like, with real life role plays, like there's bias involved and, maybe your manager's not having a great day. You're role playing with them and it's not going well. Right? Yeah. The guy's consistent. It's just scoring you and it has no hard feelings. It's going to give you all the feedback you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it, Sai. The competitive nature in me now is like, okay, now I need to go do it again. So that's going to be my thing. So yeah. I love it.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned the competitive stuff because we actually throw these huge competitions pretty frequently. We had actually the recent one we had almost 600 participants in our competition. That was pretty insane.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, you did a sales legends, right?
Yep, it was called the League of Sales Legends, and we had a ton of people come in. We had like 5 different challenges that they had to complete, and
Love it.
It was awesome. Yeah,
I think that's amazing. Sai, where can people find you?
people can find us at hyperbound.ai. And if you want to try this demo yourself, you can actually go to our website, and there's a bunch of free bots you can try right there. There's a free demo. In fact, what I'm going to do is this link to the spot, I'm going to drop it in the studio chat here as well for anyone that wants to go try the spot out themselves.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for this, everybody. We are so excited. Sai, thank you for taking the time with us. If you are struggling, well, not even if you're struggling, but if you want your team to get better and you want to inject role play as a non-negotiable, which it should be, into all of our lives when we're customer facing, that's all of us. We all need practice, right? We all need to get better. Definitely go visit Hyperbound. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much, Sai. We'll talk with you soon.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to RbD's Workout Wednesdays, a weekly show designed to deliver bite-sized training sessions that equip and empower you with practical tools to unlock and unblock your path to success. Our show features industry experts from our other weekly show rep shots. We're showcasing real-world tactics and strategies that work. Tune in to make your numbers, retain your team, and delight your customers. Follow me on LinkedIn or join our mailing list to stay updated on our latest speakers and episodes. Let's move forward together, one Wednesday at a time.